A very good morning to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a hearty welcome to all the media representatives who are joining today, and we'll be delighted to share some details of the most significant event that is happening on the campus NIT Rourkela. We are organizing 23rd convocation on 6th of September in Bhubaneswar Behra Auditorium, NIT Rourkela. You must have even noticed that in this year, this is the second. We even had the 22nd convocation as well as the 23rd convocation. I will just try to give you the reasons for that one as well. Our PIC convocation, Professor Shivashankar Mahapatra, has already given the details of the students who are graduating this year, the number of students, the statistics about the number of students graduating, including the undergraduates, postgraduates, and then the research scholars. And amongst that research scholars, which we have got to really identify and notice, take a note of that one, is that NIT Rourkela has always been promoting internationalization of the education at the institution. And then we have students spread across 81 countries, and then they will also be there participating in the convocation to take the degrees. And I would like to be really happy to share with you that we are honored to welcome Honorable Chairman and Managing Director of NALCO, Sri Brijendra Pratap Singh, as the Chief Guest of this convocation. And then we acknowledge our gratitude for him for accepting our invite. And we are also glad to inform that Sri S.N. Subramanian, Chairman and Managing Director, Larsen & Toubro Limited, as a chairperson, he will also be present here in this convocation. And during the convocation ceremony, we are recognizing the distinguished alumni who have made significant contributions in their respective fields. And to name a few, in this domain, in the domain of academic research, Professor Aravindo Rautre, who is the Professor and Dean Infrastructure, Electrical and Electronics Computing at IIT Kharagpur, he will be awarded for his outstanding academic leadership and contribution in the higher education. In the category of industry and management, Sri Ranjan Naik, CEO, JSW Motors, will be awarded for his exemplary leadership in the emerging consulting services. In the entrepreneurship and public life, Sri Subrat Pani, co-founder and CEO of One Assist, will be awarded for this entrepreneurial excellence and industry impact. In recognition of his contribution to the growth of the institution, Sri Birendra Jain, ex-principal engineer, RTI International Metals, Ohio, USA, will be awarded for his continued engagement and support towards the development of NIT Rourkela. This year, 3 new endowment awards will also be presented, and which are funded by alumni. Sri Ranganath Mishra, alumnus of the class of 1975 batch, has funded the Sportsperson of the Year award, and this first award incidentally will be presented to a girl student, and Miss Mehak Fatima will be receiving this award. She is graduating from civil engineering. Professor Devendra Kumar Das, distinguished alumnus 1972 batch, and a Professor Emeritus, University of Alaska Fairbanks, has instituted Dr. Vishnu Prasad Das Gold Medal in memory of his late brother to recognize the best undergraduate all-rounder in civil engineering department. This award will be presented to Biswa Prakash Bahini Pati. Sri Lakshmi Bhuyan, distinguished alumnus of class of 1972, has funded NITRA Professor Lakshmi Bhuyan Undergraduate Research Award to recognize outstanding research work by BTech students of the Computer Science and Engineering Department. The award will be presented to Ashish Padi, who will be receiving this gold medal for the best graduate of the institution. And we have the Center of Alumni and Industry Relationships, that is known as the AIIR, in collaboration with the NITRA. Bangalore chapter has hosted the global meet at Bangalore in December 2024. A landmark achievement of this meet was launched in the NIT Rourkela Development Fund with an ambitious target of raising substantial resources over the next 3 years to support the growth and development of the institute. It may be noted that recently 1998 batch of NIT Rourkela alumni that have contributed more than 50 lakhs to NIT Rourkela Development Fund to produce high-end equipment which will be placed in the Central Research Facility for the use of faculty students for their research and advancing their research activities. On this occasion, I would like to emphasize that NIT Rourkela takes immense pride in contributing to India's burgeoning semiconductor ecosystem, and its two integrated circuit IC designs were featured in this in the commemorative memento of India's first fully indigenous 32-bit microprocessor Vikram 32 in the prestigious Semicon India 2025 event, which is also ideal for IoT and RFID, e-payments, healthcare, energy harvesting mechanisms, and sensor networking security. And then we take pride of the accomplishment of our faculty and then research scholars who have really come out with the semiconductor chips from the institution. NIT Rourkela has advanced the convocation. I'm just giving the answer why we are really having this 23rd in the same year. Right? It has some three reasons. This decision has been taken keeping in mind the practical challenges students face after completing their studies. Firstly, international students will be able to collect their original degree before leaving for their countries, eliminating the need for an additional subsequent visit to the country to take their degrees. They don't really have to come back again to collect the degrees. They just go with the degree, leave the country with the degree with them. This is the first reason. Second reason is that many universities abroad do not accept provisional certificates for higher studies in their universities. Right? And therefore, in order to give the opportunity for those who want to pursue higher education in other universities abroad, right, we are trying to create them a provision that original degree certificate will be given to them. Thirdly, fresh graduates who have secured employment will be able to submit their degree certificates instead of producing the provisional certificates. Often what is happening, campus placement. Often what is happening is that it may not be true for all the degree recipients. Like undergraduates, there is not much of a problem, and then the MTechs, there may not be much problem. Sometimes it so happens that the PhD scholars, when they get a job, if they are not having the original degree, companies or the institutions or industries, they are really insisting. I'm not saying that they are not accepting, they are insisting for the submission of the original certificates. These are the three reasons. For the welfare and for the well-being of the students, we had to really take a decision of trying to hold the convocation back to back, right, the 22nd, and then within few months' time, and we are even holding the 23rd, taking care of the students' interest on it. I thank you all for being here with us, for your continued support in keeping the publicly informed about significant developments that are happening in the field of education and research at NIT Rourkela. Your presence plays a vital role in helping us reach a wider audience and share the essence and importance of this ceremony with the community around the state as well as the country. I am confident that with the goodwill of our stakeholders, whom you are the main, right, the talent of our students and dedication of our faculty and staff, NIT Rourkela will continue to excel and contribute even more effectively to the service of the nation. And I am confident that the graduates who are walking out of the main gate, when they look back, they feel pride in their eyes and then pride in their parents that they have achieved something to contribute to the dream of the country, Atmanirbhar Bharat.